Contrary to most content you'll find online about van life, it's actually not always an amazing adventure. And for us, these past few autumnal months, there's been a lot of stop-starting and a lot of waiting for things to be resolved or fixed. We felt frustrated at times and pretty stressed out at others, and that's why we're now so excited to be taking a month to travel without disruption, hopefully. We're going to be exploring Devon and Cornwall in southwest England, following the dramatic coastline and dipping inland to visit interesting places, and enjoying the outside world as much as possible. We also need to work, of course, and there are challenges with that, although we're both lucky to have remote jobs. I'm continuing to work as a commercial illustrator and my husband works for a non-profit. Follow along with us for the next few days as we begin our mini excursion, balancing work and life on the road.
Took a while to dance with the lights. And I'm a candle melting, softened by the heat of your ancient fire.
After enjoying the sights of Exmoor, we set off to visit the first Devon town on our list, Lynmouth, a Victorian coastal town that seemed extra sleepy in the wintertime, with not many establishments open for business, save for one that was able to deliver the chip butties for lunch that we were so craving.
See.
After lunch, we walked the steep footpath to the second town of Lynton. So we just arrived at our park up for the night. We're outside the town of Lynton. This is like right at the beginning of a month-long trip that we're going to do. We're going to be travelling around Devon and Cornwall up until mid-December. It's just been lovely to be out of the van a lot more and walking around a lot more and seeing the sights. I think we're going to get into a good rhythm. This park up looks good, it's got good signal, and we're both going to be getting on with some work for the afternoon. Got some coffee, got a flapjack. I'm hoping to get some prints made. I am formatting files ready for print. Tomorrow morning I'll be emailing my printer and hopefully putting an order in. So I need to work out the costings of that as well and the logistics of it, when I can go pick up the prints, etc. I've also got a commission which is with a client that I've worked with for years. It's going to be really nice. I'm going to be painting some bread. So I'm not really going to be able to show you too much of the painting. It's gone 4 o'clock now, so it's already getting dark because it's winter in England. We're just going to hunker down now. Did you add chickpeas or were they already in there?
They're already in there.
We
were heading to Alban as Callum had organised a surprise meetup with one of my best friends Martina and her fiancé Tommy.
I can't help but notice that I'm a bit more stilted in front of the camera than I used to be. I've always thought, considering how shy I am in real life, that I was surprisingly competent whilst filming, but lately I will admit that I've been struggling. Since taking breaks from regular uploading, I've unwittingly become a much more private person, and sharing in such a public space feels harder than ever before. A lot has changed for me since the early days of vlogging in my home studio. I feel and am older and more reserved now. I feel like the world has become a meaner place. I feel less hopeful about pretty much everything. I appreciate my own small life and all the good fortune I have, but I'm also heartbroken at the state of things in a wider sense. It's hard to hold all of it sometimes, especially when what is expected of us, not directly affected, is that we carry on as normal, fulfill our own individual goals and desires, and not give it much mind. If you do try to do your bit to stop the injustice, people will roll their eyes at you. You'll be seen as very strange, as an attention seeker. I think it's made me guarded. I think my hopelessness has made me guarded. The way that I feel like I'm two people. The person who just gets on with her own little tasks, who appreciates the crisp winter air and the colourful leaves and a bracing walk with her family, her dog's ears flapping in the wind. And the other person, the one who reads what climate scientists are saying and listens to the voices from marginalised communities and pays attention to the suffering. The second me is full of trepidation. We're going down, I think. And yet, I still must work, and part of my work is putting myself out there on the internet. I appreciate having this audience, and I know that the vast majority of people who watch this channel are good people, and that's why I'm being honest now. I've lost a lot of hope, but I'm hopeful that this is an okay thing to share here. And although I enjoy my daily life with my wonderful little family, I don't feel good about the world in general, and that makes me turn inwards. I think that's what I'm noticing in the footage of myself. Good morning everyone. So we've woken up at the park up and it's been a very wet morning, and last night I was woken up about 4 a.m. with heavy rain on the van roof. So yeah, it's rained a lot, but the good news is that the weather looks like it's going to clear up for the afternoon. So we decided to switch around our work schedule for today, because yesterday we were out of the van in the morning and then we worked in the afternoon, evening, and today I think is going to be the opposite of that, because we've managed to get some good work done this morning and we're just waiting for the weather to pick up this afternoon so we can get out and go look at some beaches hopefully. We've done some good working out of how I'm going to launch a few new prints, like the costs of them and the logistics of getting them. Placed an order with my printer as well, so that's exciting. I've got a few new mini prints that I would like to get made, so look out for those in the next month or so. I've got no rush on those, they're not like going to be ready for Christmas presents or anything probably. Oh, by the way, I think I might have shown in some of the footage Midge, our greyhound, wearing this big cone. In case anyone wanted to know why, it's because he gets these little nicks, these little scratches on his legs, because he's not very spatially aware, and also having 3 legs doesn't help, so he does kind of like bash into things, and he's got very thin skin, as all greyhounds do, so he has these little cuts and it wouldn't be a problem except that he licks them and makes them like triple in size, and they're impossible to heal. We have to put this cone on him just to stop him licking the little scratches on his legs, and we're desperately trying to heal these scratches that he's had for about a month now, so it's very frustrating. I just wish I could communicate with him and say, you don't need to wear this if you stop licking your own legs. So if anyone has any tips on how to stop dogs from licking their wounds, please let me know in the comments, because we'd love to know. Seems a bit dramatic to be putting a big cone on him just for little cuts. That's about it. We're going to pack up and hit the road.
Whoa, look at the size of this fish, Midgie. I'm sorry that he's had to give his life so that you would just go in your bed. That's ridiculous, isn't it? There he goes, 1 midge, 1 cone. You okay? Very tentative. Love you, Midgie. I'm sorry you have to be in this coney every day. Wow, who are you?
I'm here with my wife.
Estoy aquí con mi marido. Wow.
Estoy aquí con mi mujer.
Con mi mujer.
Mi mujer.
Estoy aquí Puedes venir.
Podéis venir.
O podéis. Podéis venir.
Podéis venir a comer.
Podéis venir o comer. Llegamos ayer.
Llegamos ayer.
She suggests 2 o'clock. Say, okay, and thanks a lot.
Vale, muchas gracias.
Me too.
Yo también.
Yo también.
We just arrived at our park up for the daytime. We just went to the supermarket, got a big bag, and yeah, we're in the town of Woolacombe, and there's a humongous beach here. I think what we're going to do before we settle into some work for a few hours is walk the dogs on the beach. We've got a beautiful view outside of our van windows today. It's really lovely. Let me show you.
Down to the delta, watch the water roll down your skin, find you hiding in the shadow, calling the full moon to pull me in, sing the songs of the Devies, listen close to find a clue, watch the world change colors, phosphorescent black and blues. Ooh, coming to the light.
I'm just setting up my workspace here because I'm going to get on with a little bit of work. Bloody hell. Just got to top up my water pot. Craig's going to be going on a call in about 10 minutes and he's going to go on call in the front of the van. So I've got all of this space back here to do some painting, probably for about an hour. I'm just about to start my illustration for my client. I've got the sketch approved with a few small edits, so I need to just quickly look those over and make those changes, and then I'm probably only going to be able to get a few outlines and a few washes of colour down before we need to move on to our park up for the evening. Then I'll probably need a lot of tomorrow as well to work on this. I think, to be honest, I've been a bit distracted by how nice it is to get outside, the lovely weather we had today. I haven't done as much work on this as I should have, but I've got all of this evening and all of tomorrow and over the weekend as well, so that should be fine. So this is basically all I need to start working. I just need my desk easel, which has all of my brushes in here and paints, and then I have this little portable paint palette which closes up into a smaller box. It's got a little thumb hook as well, so I just hook my thumb in it. I find this really good because it means I don't need like worktop space to put down my mixing palette. I can just have it in my hand, and because it's so lightweight, because it's made of quite thin plastic. At first I didn't like that it was so plasticky, but I've got used to it now. Yeah, I can just hold this for hours at a time and it doesn't hurt my wrist or anything. It's fine. That's the end of this week's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and I'd love to hear your comments if you have any. Thank you so much to my patrons who are always there to support me. You're my favourite people on the internet. If you want to go over to Patreon, you can find lots of extra video content over there. I'll see you all again very soon. I hope you're all doing well. Lots of love.